Well, how's it going, everyone? Decided to do a video on about my 2004 Nissan Xterra. I was in the middle of driving. Luckily, I was in drive when this happened, and I was able to make it home and do a little investigating and find out what the issue was. But my shifter cable bushing disintegrated, and obviously the ring came out, and wasn't able to shift it into park or anything like that. When I got home, I had to ask my wife to jump in the car, keep the brake on, and get under the car to physically manually shift it into park by messing with the lever on the actual transmission. But anyways, looked online for ways to see if we can fix this on my own without having to go buy a whole brand new shifter cable at the dealership for like about, who knows, $100, $200, $300. Looked online, couldn't find anything until I finally came across bushingfix.com. They pretty much make bushings for any make and model vehicle out there. If you go on their website, they have a long list of makes. Unfortunately, the Nissan wasn't on their website, but on their website it just says if you don't find what you're looking for, just email us, and that's what I did, and sure enough, they were able to find one for me. I ended up buying it for $24.99, shipped it, got it in a few days, and for $25, hey, it sure beats who knows, $200 at the dealership. So I have a 2004 Nissan Xterra. It is automatic, and I'm just gonna go in the car now to start letting you see what I'm gonna do. Okay, well, as you can see, excuse the mess, but I'm sure that if you've ever ran into the same situation, your car has most likely been the same. Okay, took apart the center console, removed the cup holders. This whole thing just came right out. Let me move all this stuff around. Cup holder just comes right off. Just has these little tabs. You just pull it off. I actually didn't need a tool for that one. For this one, I needed a to work very carefully with a flathead screwdriver, but I was able to get it off as well without having to unscrew anything. It just popped right off. Now let me show you the culprit, what's going on. Sorry if the camera shakes a bit, it's my cell phone, but basically, let me move this around. What happens in a lot of these cars, and a lot of cars actually, this, by the way, is a shifter cable, and it comes inside here. I don't know if you can see. This is a little metal piece that sticks out, and this ring goes around it. I don't know if you can see it. See? There's a plastic bushing that goes there from factory, and with the years, the heat, and just from usage, it gets really brittle and breaks off. So that's the only thing. That little 5 cent, 1 cent piece is what needs to be replaced. Now, you don't need to buy the whole cable at the dealership for just that little tiny piece. Now, I tried to make my own. Wasn't too successful, almost, but it wasn't gonna last. So luckily I found bushingfix.com, and Loring and the guys over there were able to email back and forth with measurements and whatnot, and they were able to help me. By the way, I believe the bushing that I bought was will fit a Nissan Frontier, Pathfinder, Titan, and Xterra. But if you have any doubts, just email the guys over there. Let me get the kit that I bought. This is the code SKU part number identification of the kit that I bought, NI1KIT1. This is what it looks like. Show you the size of it. Pretty small. That's all your car needs. $24.99. It even brings some grease to get it installed. Let's go ahead and start doing that now. So instead of just trying to insert that little plastic piece from the side like I was showing you a second ago, I'm gonna pull out the shifter cable like that. We don't have to worry about it falling out and then having to go down there to look for it like it did with the other piece I was trying to make myself. I actually had to remove part of the carpet area and went down in there. So okay, so basically you got to remove this piece right here. Okay, little aluminum piece, very carefully, with some needle nose pliers or anything you might have laying around. Just kind of get it, shimmy it back and forth. Okay, save that, you're gonna need that. Okay, and the shifter cable comes right out. Okay, it's up in there, which is where you don't want to be. Let's see. Here we go. So I'd rather do this out here, where if it falls right over here than down up in there, way in the darkness. So, as you can see, bring some grease. So I would say grease it up inside a little bit, and also on the outside ring, like that. When you install it, has good, I guess you could say, slipperiness, viscosity, like that. It lasts for a while. And from what the guys were saying at bushingfix.com, that these things are made out of a lot better material than they come from factory, so it'll probably outlast your car. I've had this car from brand new 10 years, and hopefully I'll have it for another 10, but I won't have this issue anymore. It's kind of hard to do this kind of one-handedly. Just wanted to make this video for you guys. I know I couldn't find anything, so, but just kind of put it on the outside. Put it everywhere. You know, and try and get it on the inside too, because that's going to be rubbing on the metal little rod piece that's in there. And can't do the other part, this next part with one hand, so I'm going to put you on hold, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you the end result. So it was actually pretty easy, surprisingly. I mean, easier than I expected, but that's the way it looks. See, both sides. And the part that has the notches, that's the part you're going to insert it into this ring with first. Like that, it you know, it squeezes to let it through. This side doesn't have it. This side does, so I inserted it from here in. Which is also the same way that you're going to insert it into the rod. Because the rod will also have like a little notch or a head that it needs to go over to then stay on there. Okay, so now that that's on, I'm going to put this back. Just going to go up in here, insert it again. And we get the ring. Again, it's pretty hard doing it one-handed, but we'll try. There we go. Okay, I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a yellow rubber, plastic piece. That yellowish cable cover is where it comes in by. There's a hole over here, it comes in through there. There's the bushing, and I don't know if you can see it, but right behind it is a little metal rod that sticks out that we're going to clip it onto. Let's see if I can do this here. Should click into place. In 1 second. Alright, so I got me a flashlight. Finally got it in there. Let's see if maybe you can see a little bit better. That's a little metal rod and the bushing and cable already in place. You see how the rod is already coming out? There's better. Okay, so the cable goes that way, comes in, there's the bushing, and yeah, there's a little lip on that rod, little head that you gotta go over, push out all the way back. So that's the fix. Now, I guess that probably took 5 minutes at the most. Now it's gonna take a bit longer to put all this stuff back together, but hopefully this works out. I just keep saying bushingfixed.com because they just help me. They saved me a lot of money, and I know that they're gonna save a lot of other people money. They're out of Lakeland, Florida. So if you're in Florida, I know that it was gonna be here between 4 and 5 business days, or 5 and 6 business days through those guys, USPS. But it actually got here in 2 days, since we're in Florida. If you're in another state, obviously it's gonna take that amount of time. But hopefully you guys find this video helpful, and if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. I'll be glad to answer any other questions as far as, I don't know, if you want to know how I took this thing apart or put it back together, or if you ran into any other issues I didn't mention, just let me know. Alright guys, thanks. Have a good one.